each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over,
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
and Laurie just,
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the infectious madness of Doctor Dekker. This time we'll be going through Act 2. And with two new faces it looks like, and this is one of them. There's Lacey and Jasmine. And the bizarre thing is, it looks like we're kind of already done with them. So I don't know how that really makes a lot of sense, but let's start with the new faces, shall we? So, hello Lacey.
I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then?
No. Should I?
Where to start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered.
Okay.
80, and they diversion burgled her. But she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife.
Holy shit.
So I started a neighbourhood watch.
So, okay, well, fine. I've heard of, shittier reasons to start one, I suppose.
It was me and Agnes. Everyone else thought we were overreacting. If they want their throats cut, that's up to them, living in their bubbles. But Agnes... Poor Agnes.
Why? What happened to Well, I'll ask.
Just one question at a time, please.
Okay. Alright, well, there goes my theory that I'd do the entire video without going to this drop-down box. Oh, I'm sorry, what's wrong with Agnes? That's what I should have asked.
She went missing, and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth.
Okay.
It killed them.
It killed them?
It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman. I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah.
Mm-hmm.
But she said she was selling double glazing.
Was she selling double glazing? It. Strange way to describe her. Why, where, when, how shall I attack this? Well, let's see. Well, hang on. Something's actually being flashed up here. Maybe I should take a look at my notes. I should ask her. Oh, that was an old one. Okay, sure. Well, I've already done that.
I don't know. I didn't answer the door.
Oh, surprised that
That's not
worked.
too nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's. Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house.
Okay. Alright, help me out here. What would be the next question? Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a person into a, well, it looked like, I guess you'd call it a Medusa. Snakes for her face. And Agnes just fell to the floor. A few minutes later, the woman left, smiling like the cat that got the cream. That was the end of Agnes.
Right, so she just died then and there. And you know this for certain? Okay. Wait, there you go.
I saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need?
Well...
You're starting to sound like Doctor Dekker.
Oh yeah?
He didn't believe me either.
Right. Well, maybe I should ask her about Dr. Dekker, because the theme of this entire act, it seems, is to find out what people were doing on Valentine's Day, or more specifically the night of Valentine's Day, when the Doctor was killed. We're essentially looking for alibis in this act, I think. So, let's see, how well did you know Dekker?
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered.
Okay.
Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they?
I don't know.
Have they?
Don't ask me! I don't know. Is that something I can reply to? Yes and no? It sounds like it should be. Oh, wow, yeah, okay. So I could just sort of take a stab in the dark, yes or no. And then I could ask her about Valentine's night. Well, I'm going to maybe play with fire here a little bit and just assume that they haven't found her? Might be playing into her delusions, possibly, but let's see.
They haven't found her because that thing ate her.
All right.
Or made her disappear or something. Her useless husband managed to survive unscathed, though.
Agnes's husband? Okay, well, let's move on to Agnes's husband. And I'm just going to put in the keyword Agnes's husband, and hopefully this is going to do something.
Don't know much about him.
There you go.
Other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet.
Right.
He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either. He did at first, when the police were crawling around.
Oh, yeah?
But now they've gone, that's stopped. If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd...
You'd what? What would you do? Oh, well, let's see. What would you think, or what would you do? One of those.
No, I can't really answer
that is a bit too vague, isn't it? I didn't put in any keywords. Let's see. Let's word it better. Let's say, yeah.
No. He's a Weasley little man who spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there. The constant digging and building, pruning and sawing.
Okay. Should we talk about his gardening habits, or shall we just move on to Valentine's Day? Okay, let's talk about his habits.
What a thing to say!
Ah.
Why would you say that? I kept watching the front door after that saleswoman had left and nothing. She didn't leave, and you can't get out the back since the council sold the garage block. Ron's a gardener, not a killer. Unless
what?
Agnes said Ron was laying the foundations for a new greenhouse.
Ah.
You don't think...
Well, she's part of the foundation? Do you think she's buried under the... Seriously, how am I going to word this? I wasn't far off.
I need to call the police. I need to call them now. But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you. Please, could you call them, Doctor?
Can I? I mean, even if I say yes, can I? Is that a thing? Let's see. Yes, I will call them.
Thank you, Doctor.
Ah.
Now give me a pen and I'll write down the details for you.
Okay.
Don't you want to know why Dr. Dekker called me the leech lady?
Did he? Well, I suppose, yeah, I do now. Why did he call you the leech lady?
He said that I leech thoughts from people.
Did he?
Suck 'em right out of their heads.
Lovely.
And I can put thoughts in there too. I'm not that clever though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up. I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway?
Sell double glazing? Yes!
Doctor, you're so good.
Yes.
We're going to get on just fine.
Yes, you have a twisted fucking mind. Okay. This is alarming. How do I call the police? Genuinely, can I do that? If I just put in call the police? Yeah, call the police.
Have you been listening to me?
Yeah, it's not really a question, it was more a thing I wanted to do. Well, let's see. Alright, let's just ask her about Valentine's night.
I was at Henley Church.
Oh, right.
They had a service that ran right up till midnight.
That's where Bryce works, right?
For us less fortunates without a love in their life. Well, now. Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
I don't know, but I might. If Mariana's interview is going to go like it did yesterday, possibly. Yeah, let's just sort of play the part. Yes, I have someone in my life.
Keep them safe. You never know who's going to come knocking on your door.
Yeah, okay. Really? Green? 100%? Incredible, right. No questions currently available, we've done it. Okay, so that's Lacey done for the day. Let's move on to Jasmine, the new, fresh face. Hello, Jasmine.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker?
Feigning ignorance, are you? He was murdered.
Oh. God. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you?
Well, I don't know a great deal. Let's see, what else has been sort of flagged up here? I should tell Jasmine that Dekker was stabbed. Oh, specifically stabbed. Okay, well, let's say, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I didn't really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now.
Okay, yeah, well, maybe we should ask.
We had a display in the gallery based on Love Conquers All, so I had to work.
Okay.
Mainly it was a collection of giant hearts sat on things, but I ran into another patient, Bryce.
Ah.
I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic. I couldn't get rid of him until I finished work at 11. There's actually another guy who takes over on the night shift.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce though. Providence is open 24 hours.
The body was discovered before that, so does Bryce have an alibi? Tell me more about Providence, maybe I should say? Or Bryce, or, like...
Who told you to ask that?
Okay.
I honestly don't
That sounds
know.
like a default, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about kind of answer. Tell me about Bryce.
There's not much to tell.
Okay.
I knew he was a patient here. I'd seen him in the waiting room a couple of times. He likes art and talking and looking down here instead of up here.
Right. Well, rude as it might be, he's only human. Don't be too harsh on him. But seriously, I'm thinking maybe I can eliminate him from being a suspect. Okay. Why are you here?
When you see a painting, it stands still. When I see one, it's moving. Like a mini film. Like little vines. But when there's a person in the painting...
What happens when there's a person in the painting?
They watch me. Normally disapprovingly.
Okay.
Because they don't think I know how to appreciate art. Because I'm too young.
Right. Wasn't exactly the response I was expecting, but sure, okay. Do you appreciate art? Shall I follow it up with that? Something like that? Do you like art? Well, I'll say, do you appreciate? I'm looking for keywords here.
Yes, of course.
Ah, okay.
Otherwise I wouldn't be working in an art gallery. I love art. I love paintings. Like I said, they move for me.
They watch you, everything you do. Okay. I'm thinking that Lacey and Jasmine probably don't have too much to do with the murder, seeing as they started at yellow or amber. I think these might be like optional side missions that we can try and work out. I think really, if we're going to be finding a murderer, it's between Bryce, Claire, Elin, Mariana, Nathan, or Jaya. And I believe, I'm not entirely sure about this, but I believe it's actually randomly picked when you start the game. So if you've played this before and you got somebody, it might be someone else for this playthrough. Anyway, yeah, let's keep talking to Jasmine. Well, shall I ask about an alibi? What else could... Okay, no, yeah.
When I want them to, normally. When I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop. I've been working on portraits, at home, outside work.
Okay.
But my paintings aren't so good. Nowhere near Providence standard. I painted a man, Dorian. You know, after Dorian Gray.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we're still not done, so let's talk about Dorian Gray, I guess.
I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so I divided the face into thirds and painted a boy, his father, and his grandfather in each third.
Cool concept.
It was hideous.
Ah.
And
Never mind.
Started talking to me.
Ah. Not just watching you, but talking to you. Well, what did it say? Shall I put Dorian in?
That I'm ugly. That I have no talent. Nothing will become of me. Is that true, Doctor?
I'm afraid so, yeah. I guess I could probably say that. I'm not going to, but let's see if that's an option. Yeah. No, it's not true.
I hear it so many times from that wretched painting. It's in my head. But thank you.
Maybe after this is all over, I'm gonna go like full renegade and just be as mean to these people as possible and see if I get murdered because of it, you know? Right, so let's see. Anything else in notes? I probably should, you know, go about talking about Dekker, so...
He was shy. And then less so. When I told him about my problem, he told me to set fire to it.
Did you set fire to it?
Yeah, he could have been more specific. I tried to set fire to Providence.
The entire gallery?
At that time, I thought the only way to fix my problem was to set fire to the entire art gallery.
Oh boy.
Several paintings didn't make it. Luckily, my boss didn't press charges.
Really?
Police did arrest me, though.
Yeah. I can understand that. Widespread arson. Wait,
I already ripped up the painting.
Ah.
It screamed as I cut it.
Shit.
And now whenever I close my eyes, I can see it, hear it. I need the tablets, Doctor.
Tablets?
I need them.
What tablets? Well, I'll ask that.
The temazepam,
Uh-huh.
the sleeping tablets. The ones you gave me last time.
I wasn't here last time. Or was I? I have another theory. You know, just sort of mulling over in my head that I'm actually Dr. Dekker. And that I'm perhaps like another personality now? Or something, maybe? Not really sure, but that might explain how certain people are treating me. Responding to some of the questions. Let's see, what are my options? Well, yeah, I didn't give you anything last time, and I can talk about the boss. I'll do that in a moment.
Dr. Dekker gave them to me. They helped. I know it's in my head. I know paintings can't talk. What's wrong with me, Doctor? Why do I do this?
I don't know, but I'd like to help you find out. How's that? Is that an option? A little bit of self-confidence? Okay, yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll think about that. And the prescription, please?
You still want the tablets then, yeah? Do I have the option of declining that request? Okay, let's ignore it. Let's not give her anything, if possible. Yeah, let's talk about the boss pressing charges, or not pressing charges.
My boss, Petra. She's just lovely like that.
Okay.
Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year. She invested her life savings, and it's still not making any money. Such a sweet lady. You'd do anything for her.
Well, should we ask a little bit more about Petra? Yeah.
Dr. Dekker told me to burn it. It was nothing to do with Petra.
Oh, okay. Sure. Wasn't really what I was getting at, but, okay. Oh. I don't think so, but let's ask it anyway.
No.
Right.
Why are you saying that? I don't even know if Petra has insurance.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't really getting anything. Okay, we're done. Okay, 2 down. 2 down. Actually, 100%ed. So, yeah, great. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see those 2 again. Maybe not for a while anyway. I don't think they'll be in like Act 3 or 4. Anyway, back to the faces we know and love. Bryce, Claire, Elin, Mariana, and Nathan. I'm just going to go down the list. So, no, hi doesn't work, does it? Hello does, though.
There's something I want to tell you about. Something else that's wrong with me. I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
How do you mean out of control? Let's ask.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move.
Yes.
Because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
Whew, go to a fairground. Yeah, sure, I'd go to a fairground. I'd do a lot of things, probably. I'm just thinking back to a show that I used to watch that was on CITV, back when I was a kid, called Bernard's Watch. And he's like a grown-up version of Bernard, I suppose. Yeah, let's say it. Yeah, I'll go to a fairground. Yeah.
Ha! That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that.
I'm sure I can. Are you still looking for responses? I mean, okay, let's say I would steal things, maybe. Yeah, let's say that.
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen.
Okay.
I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
We should probably ask him about these bigger things, shouldn't we?
From stealing milk, I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have all kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that. I'm not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can. To prove to myself either way, my extra hour is actually real.
Right. So, could you prove it in some way, possibly? I wonder, maybe he can show me a surplus of stuff that he's stolen that he couldn't possibly have got, you know, other than a split second at midnight or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there's other options. I'd help or spy on people, and then I can ask about Valentine's Day, of course, and Dekker, and you seem preoccupied. Well, he does, doesn't he? Let's go with that one, actually.
Sometimes I see a girl standing behind you. I don't know who it is. I don't know what you're asking me either.
What if it's just Jaya, sort of standing in the corner with a notepad, you know, keeping an eye on things? Maybe that's what's happening. Probably not quite as spooky as it sounds. Is she standing behind me now?
Possibly a relative of yours.
Huh.
Possibly a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
But when she does, it's like, your appointment's ready, or something like that, right? Okay. Well, let's go back to these hypothetical, what I would do during this midnight hour when everyone was frozen. Let's say, yeah, I would help people.
I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
Sorry, you took another picture. And by the way, sorry, did you just push the guy, this inanimate object, onto a bus a few blocks away? That must have taken some time, right? I mean, he's still kind of heavy. Sorry, we need to talk about the picture thing, right? What does the note say? Yeah, of course. Spied on anyone who helped anyone. Well, yeah,
Sorry, Doctor, I dozed off there.
Really? The question was that boring, was it? Okay, well, let's say I would spy on people, because that was one of them, wasn't it?
Well, that makes me feel a little better.
Because you've been doing the same thing.
There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me.
Okay.
Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked.
Uh-huh.
So 1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
Took a picture, I guess. He said another picture with the other woman, so...
I don't know.
Why don't you know? Because you didn't understand the question? Maybe I should go back to the drop-down to get this properly right. Yes, what the fuck? Come on! I need to name more things instead of saying her or its and stuff like that.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked.
Right, okay.
When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
See, part of me wants to say, no, it's not, keep doing it, and I want to see what happens in the following acts. But of course I will say, yes, that's wrong.
I know. It's that bloody Doctor Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
Don't know about that, but yeah, okay, let's go along with that, maybe. Well, yeah, back to the doctor. What were you doing on Valentine's Day or night? I think I might have an idea anyway, but... there we go, I can spell.
I spent most of Valentine's Day at the art gallery. Well, the evening part, anyway.
Yeah.
They had a display with the theme Love Conquers All.
Okay, that corroborates the other one's story.
I didn't get most of the paintings, but they were well done.
Okay. Tell me about Jasmine, right?
I have no idea what you want me to say.
Did you strip her down and take a photo of her as well? Because I'm sort of suspecting it at this point. Well, what else can I ask about? Okay, well, let's focus more on Dekker.
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed.
He changed? Okay. How did it... Okay, no, I'm not going to say how did he change. How did Dekker change? Just have to get used to putting stuff like that in.
That's too much to think about at once. Try and break it down for me.
Okay.
He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time.
Oh, sorry, did you say
I don't think
something?
he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
Okay, what happened when he did give you advice?
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up,
Uh-huh.
to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did.
And it worked.
But he pushed me. He made me think it.
Okay. Help me out here. How am I going to ask the... Oh, really? We're not... Okay, there's no follow-up questions for that. I was just going to ask, like, how he would do that, but... Well, tell me more about Dekker.
I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker.
Oh, right.
I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what?
What?
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
An empty coffin? He's not really dead? Because he's sitting here interviewing you right now? Ooh, maybe that's it.
No, the coffin wasn't empty.
Okay.
There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
A decoy?
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else. Or cremated.
Right.
Somebody, somewhere, didn't want his body going in the ground. Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
Well, I'm not really sure. I'm talking to a gravedigger, maybe I should help his business out and say buried. But really, I'm now wondering if there was some sort of cover-up so that the body would never be exhumed and there would be no more forensic evidence found that would point to the killer, or... I don't know. Yeah, I'll say buried.
If you're buried, people can bring you back.
Maybe I shouldn't have.
You don't want to see people when they've come back.
So you've seen people that have come back? Apparently we're done and we can move on to someone else, but I want to keep going, really. Oh, me and my fat fingers.
When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things.
Evidently.
I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse.
Okay. Such as... Well, let's see, are we going to get options here, or is it just going to play hardball? No, we got options, right. Oh, okay, yeah. Good questions. Well, let's, talk about the church and stuff like that, so yeah.
That wretched dig goes on 24/7. 25/7, if you ask me. Your patient, Nathan, caused quite a stir.
Really?
He interrupted one of the female students all night, apparently. Made her miscategorize some findings, going on about his dead girlfriend.
Oh, right.
It's amazing what you hear at the coffee machine. Well, I suppose that's a bonus. We're allowed to use their coffee machine while they're there.
Yeah, that's quite a bonus. I suppose I could bring that up with Nathan when I finally get around to talking with him. With a female student all Valentine's night. Right, yeah. Okay. Let's just go through these two questions.
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody knows it was you.
Really? Can we specify at all? Or... No, I guess we can't. Never mind. Maybe that's an Act 3 thing.
Because you have to hope, don't you, Doctor? It's only the power of hindsight that made me realize how toxic it all was. And after a point, you go too far to be able to come back anyway.
Right. Okay, let's see. Really? Are we completely done? No, we're not. But then maybe if I talk to Claire, Elin, Mariana, or maybe Nathan, they can tell me something more about Bryce that I can ask, and then, we can keep going. But at the moment, let's go down to Claire. Right. Hello again.
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today.
Okay.
I went to the lake house. I always go to the lake house anyway, but it's also where they died.
Okay. I suppose we should probably ask about the parents, right? So how did your parents die?
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Right. Accidental?
I was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise, I would have died too.
That's a funny coincidence. Okay. I want to keep pushing this, to be honest. I don't know why. It's probably completely irrelevant, but she brought it up, so let's see. Okay, not really what I was thinking about, but...
I stood for a while, looking across the water.
Okay.
It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there,
Most what?
by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
I'm sorry, you talking shit about nets on a stick? That's just a couple steps away from trawling the open ocean, I'll have you know. Tell me about the girl, I suppose.
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad.
Hmm.
I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
Are you going to stab her? Is this a thing that I should be... yeah? See, I want to see where this goes. If I say yes, and I talk to her in like Act 3 or 4 or whatever, it could be really interesting. Really, I'm probably going to say no. Nah, fuck it. Yeah, talk to her. Go on.
Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor.
Just to reiterate, yes. Yes, you can... Oh, gee, I said her instead of the girl. Sometimes it works, sometimes
And I
it doesn't.
will. I'll look for her next time I'm there.
Okay. You mentioned... well, let's see. Why...
I don't know.
Right.
I suppose she just reminded me of me.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time alone as a child.
Fishing?
She said she was trying to catch some strange creatures that she's seen in the water.
Really? Okay. What kind of strange creature? Some sort of octopus? Or
I don't
something?
know. Minnows, probably. Everything's strange when you're a child.
I suppose so. Yeah, sure. Well, can I keep going with this? Yeah, why was she sad?
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
He'd been recently hunting? You mentioned that he wasn't well. I mean, I don't really have a good metric on how well he's doing. Is he, like, bedbound, or is he out hunting and skinning things? Yeah, I don't know.
Animal skins. David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really. He's not really good at either job, so the skins still have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them.
Lovely.
I'm sure he'll get better with practice.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. Where is he today? Let's just click on that one.
David wasn't there. Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing.
I wonder if that was sort of subconsciously intentional. Maybe you just didn't want to go in. Can we talk about the keys? Because that seems a bit bizarre. No, I guess not. She's kind of closed up, Claire. She's a hard nut to crack.
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock.
Okay.
That was the last time I saw him.
And what about the rest of the day? Okay, maybe there's a better way I can word it. Or not.
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse.
Oh, yeah?
I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As did he.
Okay. Well, we're done. That was kind of short and sweet, but let's see. Ooh, right. Okay, yeah, more about the parents, more about David and stuff. Hey, what were you doing on Valentine's night? I was close. Anyway, yeah, let's go from the top down.
It was 12 years ago. I was still very young. Too young to be an orphan, anyway. I had to toughen up quickly.
Okay, how do you mean? How did you toughen up?
I was a young woman in possession of an enormous fortune.
Right.
Lots of people, lots of men, saw that as an opportunity.
And you saw it as an opportunity to stab some more people, right? Opportunity? Shall I put that in as a keyword, or maybe not? No.
Met isn't the right word. David has always been there, in the shadows, on the periphery. I move in very exclusive circles. You tend to see the same faces.
Is David real? Maybe David is a delusion. He never existed. Maybe she's the one that's been hunting and skinning and stuff. David's an excuse. Oh, no, she stabbed someone, right? I mean, there was a police incident, right? I don't know. Let's just keep asking questions. I'll crack it at some point. Yeah, exclusive circles?
I don't move in any circles anymore. Those people were my parents' friends, not mine.
Okay. Well, let's move on to another topic, I assume. Yeah, do you love your husband?
Love? Yes. I suppose I always will.
Movie length. Okay. Damn, I thought I'd turn those off, but I guess you can't. Sure. I'm trying to come up with something kind of creative, but I can't really think of anything or how to word it, so...
Valentine's Day night, I was at the lake house, watching David, like I always do.
Right. So the key wasn't an issue then?
He has trouble with his mental faculties and is getting worse.
Pot,
Yes.
kettle, black?
I watch him and make sure nothing bad happens.
You watch him so that nothing happens. What do you expect to happen? Shall I... Yeah, let's see that. Yeah, no, that's not really it. No, okay, sure, we can't go any more in depth. Again, like Bryce, I haven't really got everything, but we might be coming back. Right, Elin, the Angel of Death. Hello again. Shall I say hello, Angel of Death? Probably shouldn't.
I haven't had a great day, to be honest. Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do.
Okay.
Plus, Hilda's getting worse.
Okay, so Hilda or the stealing thing? Let's just say stealing?
No. That's not a question for me.
No, you're probably right. I was just playing with the keywords. Well, there's got to be something related to the stealing that I could say, right? Ah, right.
This?
The necklace?
Well, it started with this. It's a locket.
Okay.
Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
Tell me about... Oh, hang on. Wait, no, we've got a note here. Maybe I've just noticed it, or maybe it just popped up, but, you know what? I didn't pick up on that. Started with the locket. What else? Yeah.
I have a few other things.
Like?
A watch.
Uh-huh.
A ring. One patient gave me a little china bird. They're not valuable. Just trinkets, really.
Just trinkets? Okay. Just trinkets. Any other trinkets? Hey, yeah, they're all trinkets?
Strictly speaking, all of the patient's belongings should be passed on to family members after they die.
Ah.
But Alice's son never visited. He didn't care about his mum. Why would he care about some worthless piece of jewellery? It just doesn't feel right to me. What do you think, Doctor? Am I wrong to keep the locket?
That's a bit of a grey area. I would say no. It's like a 60-40 kind of thing. 60-40 split. No. He never visited, he never cared. It isn't like a priceless bit of jewellery or anything like that. Sure, it should go to him, but fuck that guy, right? So, well, how am I going to word it? No, it's not wrong to keep the locket.
Thank you, Doctor. That makes me feel much better. I shouldn't let what Terry says bother me so much.
There's that name again. Should we talk about Terry? Tell me about Terry.
Of course, it was Terry that accused me of stealing.
Yeah, of course.
One of the other nurses. She's actually trying to make out that I'm some kind of HSK.
What's that? HSK?
Healthcare serial.
Oh, okay.
You know, like those nurses that kill loads of their patients.
Yeah, I think I've heard of
I
that.
haven't heard of it.
I think I have.
Anyway, because a few of my patients have died on me, and some of those patients have given me gifts, Terry thinks it means that I've been killing them off.
Uh-huh. To get their trinkets. I'm sure that's not the case, but maybe it is. Like during these sort of sections when you're thinking about the questions, she occasionally just glances to the camera in such a way that you think, yeah, she has killed and will kill again. But let's see. Right, you mentioned Hilda. Let's talk about her rather than, Dekker at the moment.
Hilda's the one I mentioned in our last session. She's dying.
Well, she's under your care, so...
I need to see her before it's too late.
Before it's too late?
To help her finish her unfinished business.
Oh, yeah?
People who are dying always have things they wish they could do before they go. We leave a lot of loose ends in our lives. We're very messy that way.
Indeed. Okay, so what loose ends? What unfinished business did Hilda have to deal with that you might be able to help with?
Hilda wants to see her daughter.
Okay.
She's in Australia, so I'm going to have to use my talent.
And book her a flight. What talent?
I can change my skin. What I look like.
Okay.
I can turn into a patient's loved one.
Oh.
I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them.
Oh.
It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
Okay. Well, she's definitely at the right place speaking with me, I suppose. I suppose from the last session, she seemed the most normal. Now it's kind of flipped. She thinks she's a shapeshifter. Okay, maybe she's like one of the X-Men, and the Angel of Death is her X-Men name, I've got to talk to her about this, surely. How am I going to word it, though? Where do I attack from? Okay, yeah.
I only shift at work to help my patients.
Of course.
I don't have any interest in using it as a party trick or to deceive anyone.
So that means you won't be able to do it for me? Can I ask her?
I don't know how it works. I just know that it does.
Huh. That's very vague, but okay. Let's see. Really? We're going to leave that alone, are we? I mean, there's probably something else that I could come up with if, I reach a higher level of ingenuity, but I don't think I'm getting it at the moment. So, let's talk alibi.
Actually, I had a hot date.
Oh, yeah?
It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date. Different to what I'm used to.
Different to what you're used to, okay. Well, tell me more about this hot date.
His name is Max.
Okay.
He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between us. He's not really my type.
Because he can't shapeshift? Maybe he's the angel of life? Why isn't Max, not he, your type.
I've known Max a couple of years, but this is the first time we've been on a date.
Okay.
I don't think he's boyfriend material.
Any specific reason? Well, let's see. Yeah, why was it different?
It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Dinner at a nice restaurant.
Okay.
Then we went for a little walk along the pier. Held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab, and I went home, alone.
Fine, okay. Well, it didn't end quite so romantically as I was imagining, I suppose. But yeah, sure. Do we keep on this? Or do we talk about Dekker? No, we talk about the cab.
I think it was about 11 when I left Max. I'm sure you could check with the taxi company if you really wanted to. If you think I need an alibi.
Maybe. I think you all need alibis at this point. What's this? Maybe Jay should check Eileen's alibi with the taxi cab. Well, yeah, maybe. Maybe Jay is going to be someone I can talk to at some point during this act or the next, because she wanted some sort of, like, counselling or something, right? Plus, maybe after we've dealt with all the patients, she comes in and we just have a chat. Maybe that's how it works. Okay. All right.
Yes, I had a session with Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day. 3 o'clock, I think. Just a few hours later, he was... I still can't get over it.
Shall we move on? Maybe I should talk about him getting stabbed specifically. Let's see, did you know that Dekker was stabbed? I guess not. Let's see, anything else? Right, yeah, how was he during the session?
Dr. Dekker seemed fine on Valentine's Day. He seemed to be in a good mood. It didn't seem like anything was bothering him.
You didn't have a knife in the back or anything like that? Okay, sure.
I can sense it, you know? It's like when you're outside and there's a sudden change in the light or the air feels different and you know it's going to rain. It's like that. I always know when one of my patients is fading, even before the doctors know.
Because you're killing them.
Their energy changes. It sounds silly when I put it into words. I sound like my mum.
No, you sound like the angel of fucking death. But you brought up your mother. Shall I talk about your mother a little bit? Well, maybe I can. Maybe, this is just like the essential things that come up in this drop-down box, right? So, tell me about your mother.
My mum's a nightmare.
I can do that. That's so cool.
I said she was into all this new age stuff, right? So she thinks she can tell me what I should be doing all the time because she got a message from her spirit guide that said I'm not eating well, or I'm not getting enough sleep, or I'm not looking after my inner moonbeam or whatever. It drives me nuts. But she's my mum. I love her, so I have to take it.
Sure. Okay. Maybe there's other questions that have opened up because of that, or maybe not. I don't know. Well, I'll leave her for the time being, and I guess I shall move on to Mariana now. So, hello.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts.
Great, you're
New
cured.
doctor and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Much better behaved? Well, surely I've got to say something like that.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
Oh.
That's not good behavior, is it?
No. Not really. Not ever, actually. No. Okay, well, I thought that was, a genuine question there. Well, yeah. Which patients did he date?
I think her name was Scarlett?
Okay.
One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how he liked them.
She sounds a little disappointed. Let's see if I can maybe say something like that. Or maybe I can. Yeah.
No idea.
No? You probably should have an idea about that. But fine, okay. Well, let's go to one of these three, I suppose. Yeah.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. I've kind of missed it.
What about the beach have you missed?
You do something a lot, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
There's a nice necklace, by the way. I did notice last time. Maybe that was something she found on the beach. Yeah. Okay, well, I kind of want to keep talking about the beach and blackouts and stuff, but I don't know what I should ask precisely. So I guess I won't ask anything. Tell me about Dekker.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but
Right.
I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Okay. She's definitely the flirty type. Right. Well, oh, hang on. We've got another note. I thought Mariana, she didn't... Right, yeah, she...
I don't drink. Only sometimes, like a social drinker. Like a social smoker. They don't smoke, either.
Right. Okay. Fine. Sure, go with that particular definition. So... Wow, there's probably something I can say, right? Did you just go out for drinks?
It was Valentine's Day. I drink on special occasions.
Okay. And that was special enough.
We went out for Valentine's Day. Neither of us had dates, so I just suggested we go out together. You know, rather than just sit in with nothing to do. He'd been acting a bit strange anyway, and I thought he could do with a break.
Okay. How was he acting strange?
For a lot of our sessions, he would be pretty impartial. A passive listener. But towards the end, he liked interfering. Like, he wanted to push me over the edge. I just felt like I had some kind of special power, and part of me wanted to use it, and he urged me to do that. I don't want to say any more about it, not now.
Ah, come on! You gonna save that for Act 3 or something? Let's see. So, they went out for drinks, some sort of special power. Okay, well, we can still go back to how are you persuasive?
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it?
No.
I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
You do have a nice smile. Shall I say? Yeah.
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful. Makes me feel dull by comparison.
What is it? Okay.
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea.
Like your necklace?
But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor.
Ah,
Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
sure.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor.
Fucking hell.
I've just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late.
Right.
Okay, well, just let me know.
Yeah. Bye. And then she walks behind me. That's what Bryce was talking about. It's Jaya. It's just Jaya. That's all. Yeah, okay. Well, now she's actually an option, so I guess I could maybe sort that issue out with her, but let's go through the patients before that, right? I mean, they made their appointments, so I don't want to let them down. Don't want them to be late or anything. So, yeah, okay.
Wouldn't you like to know? Is our session up now?
Not yet, because I'm still not entirely sure what you were doing on Valentine's Day, specifically.
I was with Dr. Dekker until about 9 o'clock.
Right.
I remember getting an Uber. It was expensive, and the driver was annoying. I saw one of your patients, actually, the nurse, when we drove by the pier.
Elin?
She was with someone. I don't think she saw me.
That'll be Max, I guess. Okay, shall we talk about that? Maybe I could get some more questions for Elin. Oh, actually, Mariana, that's it for Mariana, huh? Well, there's definitely more. He was Why did you mention he was annoying? Is that a thing? Well...
Yeah, the Uber driver also fished down by the sea. He said he'd seen me lots of times after I washed up.
Alright.
And he told me that I had a great body.
Yee.
Just wanted to get home.
Yeah. Just let me find someone to drive me home that hasn't seen me naked. Makes you feel a little bit vulnerable, I'm sure. Yeah, okay. What else? Quite a lot. Didn't I ask this, or something like this?
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Just like you weren't drinking or smoking when you are drinking and smoking, right? Well, let's go back to the drop-down box. There's plenty more. Yeah.
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
I want to say yes, because I want to see where this goes. Even though, like, a few questions ago I just said, it's, like, wrong and everything, but... Is that option? Oh, God, yes, I'm offering. Right. We talk more about the driver and dancing and everything. Fuck it, yeah, I'm offering. Let's see where this goes.
Well, you have my number, Doctor.
Okay.
And my address. I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together, if you want to.
Why do I feel like I'm going to get stabbed in the back? Mind games, right, yeah, cool. Tell me more about the driver, I suppose. Yeah, okay, I need to be more specific like it told me. Yeah, the driver's name.
I don't know anything else about the driver. I've forgotten him already.
Yeah, sure, okay. Bit of a touchy subject, I'm sure. So, what about after 9 PM, right?
I have no idea. I just went home. I guess he probably came back here if that's where they found him.
I guess. Or maybe... Now I'm thinking that Bryce killed him during his midnight hour and pushed him into the office, put him on the chair. I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, have you been dancing recently?
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
Come on, woman, what are you doing to me? Jesus. If Bryce met you, you'd be fucked. And I might mean that literally. Who knows what else he gets up to in his midnight hour. Right, yeah, I guess we're done with Mariana. Okay, so, Nathan. How's it going? Is it another loop day? Am I going to get caught in your loop again?
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
What is it with people setting fire to things today? Or recently, I suppose. Okay, well, let's talk about that, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, that wasn't specific enough, obviously.
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes.
Okay.
I decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes.
She wore them all the
Every
time.
season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
What is my favourite season? Spring or summer, I would say. Yeah, let's go with summer.
If you like summer, you're supposed to be flexible and carefree. You do care, don't you, Doctor?
Yes. Yes, no, I do. I do care, Nathan. To say I do care.
I don't know.
Why do I even fucking bother? Honestly, I don't need to even touch the keyboard in this game. Probably shouldn't be doing it, but yeah, alright. Should we talk about alibis? Should we talk about Dekker? Can you tell me any more about Dekker?
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah.
Okay.
In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. If that's even a thing.
Well, it isn't really, no. It is if you think it's a curse, though, bizarrely.
Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame him for the way I am. Can you give me some advice, Doctor?
Yeah, sure. About what? About that?
I've been trying to think how I can get past today.
Okay.
I've come up with a couple of choices. I could set fire to Hannah's photographs. I've got them in Dropbox anyway.
Everyone's a fucking
Setting fire
arsehole.
to the clothes did the trick. Or setting fire to a rocking chair. She sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking chair, which I've not sat in since. Which one do you think's best?
It sounds like you're holding the rocking chair in high regard. Do you have to burn something? Is that really the only way out of your loop days? You have to burn things, burn memories of things, and... burn the photos or burn the rocking chair? The photos probably mean more, but you've got them on Dropbox, right? You've got digital versions, so... I just feel this guy's not going to make it to his last session because he's going to have burned to death. But burn the chair, because fuck it, why not?
Set fire to the rocking chair.
Right, yeah.
I never like the way it moves forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards.
What were you expecting it to do? Although, considering what you're going through, I can sort of understand that. Right. Let's talk alibi.
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
visiting Hannah's grave. It was the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
Okay. Let's talk about the epitaph then, I suppose. By just saying the word epitaph.
We walk alone without our angel.
Okay. I maybe needed a little bit more context there. What exactly did I ask? It doesn't actually tell me the question that I asked there. Just what I typed in. I guess that's what was written on it. Yeah, are you religious?
I'm not religious, but when I wrote Hannah's epitaph, I knew her parents would want some acknowledgement of the great bearded one.
Odin.
But she was an angel to me. She was an angel to everyone.
Let me introduce you to Elin. Maybe she can use her talent. That would be interesting. Yeah, okay.
I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day.
Alright.
I was talking to an archaeologist who said they'd uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature.
Of course.
Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder?
No.
Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
I will. Believe me, I will. I'll have to get to Jaya at some point. Specifically, yeah.
It was a missed call.
Missed call?
It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
He tried to call you?
Sorry. I don't know.
Skip through that. Do you feel lonely?
I've been alone since Hannah. I can't imagine anyone ever replacing her. Not that I've looked. Do you think I should look for someone else?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. I'll try.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, though. Just sign up to Tinder and start swiping.
Go for it.
Maybe it's just company I'm missing. Although I don't really want any.
Oh, you never know. Okay. Alright, we've gone through the essentials with Nathan now. But I'm sure there's more. And there is. Right. Yeah, what's your favourite season? Was it winter?
I like winter.
Oh, okay.
Things snowed in with Hannah. Just the two of us.
Comfy.
It's paradise.
Okay. Anything else? What's a cephalopod? Well, I know, but let's pretend I don't.
It's a sea creature, like an octopus. I suppose they find dinosaur bones everywhere. Just because we're on land now doesn't mean millions of years ago this place wasn't at the bottom of the ocean.
Right. Yes, let's talk about your mother then, I suppose, and the archaeologist. Right, well, there was a student, right?
She's dead. Thanks for bringing that up.
Alright, I'm trying my best here, okay? It's my second day on the job. Oh boy. Wait, how the hell do you spell archaeology? Okay, oh yeah, sure.
She was interested. Maybe I misread. Maybe she was just being kind. I suppose most women wouldn't enjoy me talking about my dead ex for hours.
Probably not. No. Don't open with that. Okay. Anything else added to the list? I'm afraid not. Let's just check everyone else, though. Just in case something popped up in a conversation that might affect someone else and I didn't realise it. No, it doesn't look like it, and Jasmine and Lacey are done, so we're moving on to Jaya now. Right, so... Hello, or hello.
Hey you! Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it, though.
I don't think you do. I think you're a fucking sociopath. But I'm not going to say that. Maybe I should. What would happen if I say, I think you're a sociopath? Oh my god!
I can't help you with that, sorry.
I mean, I guess, you know, that's probably the best outcome. At worst, it'll be like, what? Game over, probably. Alright, so, shall we talk alibis? Shall we talk counselling? Oh, of course, Ben! Right, the solicitor.
So, should I get a solicitor, or shall we try and talk it out with him?
Talking it out with people is kind of what I do. Haven't had the greatest of success or anything, but if I can get him in for a session, we can talk to him about him finding the body, right?
Good choice. I'll go and see Ben to see if I can get him to call off the dogs.
Okay.
I have no idea what's gotten into him. Perhaps it's his mum.
Maybe.
She was cuddling him like he was 6. He's 25.
Yeah, a little old for that, I suppose. Yeah, maybe Ben's going to appear in Act 3 now. Maybe that was like a pretty key decision I just made. I quite like this game. It's weird, but I do like it. I think there's well over 1,000 video clips that you can potentially see if you choose the right questions, so, you know, there's a lot of work put into this. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's talk about grief counselling.
I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb.
You always do, though, don't you?
Maybe we should just talk about him.
Okay. Let's not.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man.
And she's just talking about
a
him.
good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Okay. Give me all the juicy gossip, right? Yeah. Who? Okay. Well, not Lacey and Jasmine, but, the main 5. Interesting. Okay, well, tell me about Mariana.
Mariana is a special girl. There's something about her that just makes you want to follow her. Maybe that's what a trendsetter looks like.
That's it? That's all you're going to tell me? Okay, not quite as juicy as I'd hoped, but...
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. Sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes. He's not the first person that's done that, but still, it feels worse coming from him.
Yeah, okay. I probably should mention that, before 11:59, lock your fucking doors at the very least. Although he can just break in, I suppose, so... Make yourself scarce for like a couple minutes. I don't know. Anyway, maybe you should tell me about, Claire, yeah.
Claire seems to be shaken by something. I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
That's actually a pretty good way of describing my feelings about her, yeah. It's like she's just doing what she's obligated to do, and then she fucks off and does something weird, like talks to sad little girls who are fishing, or does something with her potentially imaginary husband. I don't know. Elin
seems like a lovely person. I'm not really sure why she's here.
I am now. But I probably shouldn't go into that. Nathan.
I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes. He barely talks to me though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Tom? Who's Tom?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan.
Right.
Youngish, in his early 20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby.
Oh, you can't leave it like that.
Tom liked to base jump. That's
Okay.
basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground. He started to think he could fly.
Oh, fuck.
Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute. Can you guess what happened?
Nothing good. I'm wondering, though, based on what I've heard from a couple of the patients, maybe Dekker is just telling Jaya that he tried to talk him out of it. Maybe he was really urging him on and saying, yeah, you could fly. Give it a go. See what happens. I mean, it was some sort of infectious madness after all, wasn't it? Did Tom die?
He did die.
Yes.
He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly.
Well, I think he hit the rock.
Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock. I wish I'd said goodbye.
Really? Okay.
I wish I'd said goodbye to Dr. Dekker. It was so sudden. Here, then gone. He resigned anyway, but that's not the same, is it?
Whoa, hang on, wait, he resigned? That's the first I've heard about it.
Dr. Dekker resigned shortly before his murder.
Oh.
It's sad, but doctors come and go and only poor Jaya remains.
Yeah.
I've got his resignation letter somewhere. I do all the hiring and firing around here. Well, Professor Alderby and the Trust technically do that.
Alderby, yes. Okay. So, have I just got another little bit of information there? Yeah, I've got the resignation letter. Well, let's have a read, shall we? Well, there's not much to read. Please accept this letter as notice of my intention to resign from my position. 11th of February. Right, so 3 days before he was murdered. Yeah, sure. Short and sweet. Wait, there wasn't any more of that, was there? Like, I can't scroll down, I can't see the bottom half of the piece of paper? No, I guess not. Okay. Back to Jaya then. Let's see. Yeah, Alderby.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
No. No, you didn't. Can you tell me more about him? Yeah, okay. Because, you know, there was like 4 or 5 minutes of footage that I might want to talk with someone about. Maybe him. I guess he's going to come in at some point. Okay, yeah, working late with Dekker.
We'd work late together on all sorts of things. He was preoccupied with finding patterns in patients, trying to find some kind of order.
Yeah?
I'm not trying to hide anything. I just don't know.
In this case, I'm really not sure if that was a default answer or not. It was probably a default, I'd have no idea what the fuck you're talking about answer, but... Okay.
Mainly he was searching for a common experience the patients might have had. That's what led them to his office. He'd study everything, even the referral letters.
The referral letters. Okay. Well, there's obviously a big Lovecraftian theme going on in this game. Strange creatures that are being fished out by little girls, blacking out on the beach, finding these, or making these necklaces, cephalopods and stuff in this archaeology dig site around Henley Church. I mean, it's all coming together. What else? What else? Right.
Yes. Letters, parking tickets, holiday destinations. You know, I find those referral letters... He was sure there was a pattern in them.
Okay. Can I have a look at those at some point? If I can, not yet.
On Valentine's Day, Dr. Dekker had a session with Claire Castleford at 11 and that nurse, Elin, at 3.
Right.
Everyone else cancelled. You should see this place Christmas Eve. I was at home though, so I don't actually know who came in. Dr. Dekker did phone and ask me for Nathan's number.
Yeah.
Which is a bit strange.
He did try to call him, didn't he? It was a missed call kind of scenario. Right. Okay, we've done what we need to do. Who or what are we? We can talk about the Alderby stuff?
So you watched the tapes?
Hey!
Gold star for you.
Yeah, I did. That doesn't really answer the question, though, does it? Yeah, what happened to that glass?
It smashed.
How did it smash? Was it thrown? What did he say in the video? That it was gravity, right? Did it fly up to the ceiling? Dunno.
Most of the patients are suspects, according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred, and some of them are privates, but Dr. Dekker didn't introduce any of them.
Okay. Are we done? Perhaps. Did Dekker call Nathan the day he was murdered? I should ask Nathan. Yes, I should. Although I did mention a missed call, so... Yeah, because we already went over that, really. Unless there's something very specific I have to ask, very specific wording and stuff, we've sort of gone over that. Maybe I should mention missed call?
Can't help you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's obviously more information I can get, I just don't know how to access it at the moment. But I suppose it's not necessary, is it, really? I think we're done. I think we're actually done. Bryce, Claire, Elin, Mariana, Nathan, Jaya. Yep. Okay, so let's continue.
David Hunt,
I can change my skin.
then Skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did phone
On Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs,
patterns.
rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Oh, Doctor, you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force? Nah, it's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire. I'll put them both on the desk for you.
Thank
And thanks
you.
for the grief counselling, by the way. It's really been helping, you know, I'm so glad you're here.
I did nothing for you. Nothing. We just talked about other things. Oh well. Just because you gave me a hug doesn't mean I'm not going to, point you out to the police in a later act. Okay, alright, so no more Lacey, no more Jasmine, but we have got Professor Warwick. Interesting. Okay, and a couple new pieces of information in clues, right? Crime scene report and Claire's arrest report. Right. I think I'm going to save that for the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed Act 2, and I hope you'll enjoy Act 3 in the next video. See you next time.
And they diversion burgled her. And if I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd...
You'd what?
Unless...
Unless what? Sell double glazing? Yes!
Doctor,
And his grandfather in each third.
Cool concept.
It was hideous.
Ah,
Sorry, Doctor, I dozed off there.
really? The question was that boring, was it?
I don't know.
Why don't you know? Because you didn't understand the question? Maybe I should go back to the drop down to get this properly right. Yes, what the fuck? Come on!
That's too much to think about at once. Try and break it down for me.
Okay.
He was easily distracted during sessions, like...
Oh, me and my fat fingers. Shall I say hello, Angel of Death? Probably shouldn't.
I can change my skin. He's not really my type.
Because he can't shapeshift. Maybe he's the Angel of Life.
I always know when one of my patients is fading, even before the doctors know.
Because you're killing them.
They're
No idea.
No? You probably should have an idea about that.
I don't want to say any more about it, not now.
Ah, come on!
Intimate secrets.
Sure.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Bye. And then she walks behind me. That's what Bryce was talking about. It's Jaya. It's just Jaya. Why do I feel like I'm going to get stabbed in the back?
Sometimes less.
Come on, woman. What are you doing to me? To say I do care.
I don't know.
Why do I even fucking bother?
I could set fire to Hannah's photographs. She's dead. Thanks for bringing that up.
Alright. I'm trying my best here, okay? It's my second day on the job.
I'm not sure I have it, though.
I don't think you do. I think you're a fucking sociopath.
I'm not really sure why she's here.
I am. I am now. Well, let's have a read, shall we? Well, there's not much to read.
I'm so glad you're here.
I did nothing for you. Nothing.